Welcome
I'm here.
to, you could see, well, right?
Uh, I apologize for my latency. I spilled Hawaiian Punch on my pillow pet, and I just got it out the washing machine.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yep, and also this is, too. I don't, copyright. This is our bitch. Bam. Bop. Bing. Bop. Ow. Do not ask what this is. Do not ask about my armor. It's not enough. Guys Magorm with a little bit of Malzeno. Damn. The Nathan dish. He still has enchiladas? It's more, everyone kind of eats that type of thing and not just Nathan. Oh. Yeah, welcome. I introduce to you to Big Bitch.
And what's the messed up part is that it was red Hawaiian Punch. I spilled it on my pillow pet.
You sound like my sister. She moves one time, and every drink she has just goes bye-bye.
Imagine spilling red Hawaiian Punch on your pink pillow pet.
Uh, hey, I thought in attack. Bing, boop, ba. Ba, bow. Uh, ah, ah, okay. He doing the big stuff. He's doing the big stuff. You might as well put bury the light, because this guy is Virgil.
Estas interis ire vehementi, estas interis ire vehementi, severos, estas interis ire vehementi, estas interis ire vehementi, severos, os mananis, etinanis, os mamis, intenaris, estas interis ire vehementi, estas interis ire vehementi, severos, severos,
Happy 2 million birthday. I realized I could do that now I can pull out an app. Oh my god, I can't believe you got the... Nope, nope, done.
Veni,
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 venias, ne
ne
memori
memori
vacias. Veni, veni, venias, ne memori vacias.
faccias.
Veni, veni, venias, ne memori vacias. Veni, veni, venias, ne memori vacias.
Veni, 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 memories. Veni, veni,
Generosa, gloriosa, generosa,
veni, veni, veni.
generosa, severa.
Jesus.
Veni, veni, venias, ne memori facias. Veni, veni, venias, ne memori facias. Gloriosa, generosa, gloriosa,
Memory
generosa.
faccias. Veni, veni,
Sa
veni.
generosa, gloriosa, generosa, severa, severa.
Ship it off. Ah!
Estan
He said,
sinteris
hey, remember
ire
me?
vehementi, estan sinteris ire vehementi, severas,
Jesus!
severas.
Beware,
Estan
beware, beware,
sinteris
beware,
ire
beware,
vehementi, estan sinteris ire vehementi, severas, severas. Osimamis, Netenanis, Sosimamis, Entenanis, Estan Sinteris, Ira Vehementi, Estan Sinteris, Ira Vehementi, Sebera, Sebera, Sebera.
This song is like several minutes.
I haven't played Monster Hunter in several months. Shut up. I know my skills are bad.
Don't ask why I'm playing Rise. Hold on, shut up. Okay then. I know I haven't won the rights to the weapons at all, but armor. Uh Flaming Espunas. I'm... Should I Silver Raffle? Ooh. Oh! Ooh, I kinda like that. No, no.
You guys like
Oh,
toothbrush ASMR?
no. No. Ah? Yes, I put it on a TV. What does? Okay. No. Oh my god. Grand Mazua, no, screw off, helmets, no, 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 no.
What? I'm fluffing up the Velcro of my pillow pet with my toothbrush.
I'm, if I could, that would be
Okay,
fine.
Amari. Imagine you have a pink pillow pet that you sleep with every night, and all of a sudden you spill red Hawaiian punch on it. How mad would you be? Took like 20 minutes to wash. Yes, Kmart. I remember that. Yeah, it used to be, Kmart used to be the shit in the 70s. I don't know what happened to it.
Sinister Demon, Bull, at one point, Aramacanth, screw off, no, I'm emo now. In conclusion, I am this fucking thing now. Wait a minute.
What, 9 days, and I still have a pillow pet.
Okay, you work at a McDonald's and you see this. What are you doing? Order the usual. This music, don't ask me what this is. Except for the part where you took two Bloodborne Osets and called it yours. And besides, we ain't getting paid shit. Why should we listen?
I'm wearing nothing but
Anyway, potion,
shirt and red
you.
shorts. Don't believe me? Look. I'm wearing nothing but a shirt, and red shorts.
Oh yeah, let's see.
You guys like regular show or what?
Regular show, yeah. Why? Alright. Hey, watch your Jake. Hey, that killed me. Even though. Why?
My dog wouldn't shut up, so I just gave her some scrambled eggs and she's fine now.
What? Oh yeah, because 13% volume. Basically, if you were to put this thing at 50% volume, the whole neighborhood would hear it, like Nathan said. And if you put it at 100%, the whole country would hear it.
You could hear it from Canada.
LGTV community, I think. One. Bah! Okay, now. A horn now. Okay, thank you. The enchilada. Wait, didn't not there wasn't there like some girl I called tamale because that's what I heard and she almost jumped me every time I said that. For Kagero, for Yogomi, in conclusion, fuck you too. Okay, he roared again. I know what that means. Uh, bugs. Rest in peace, sushi. Because I'm not gonna bother trying to say that name. Hey, I had this much stuff, right, or something. I don't know.
Hey Eric, how do you like your steak? Rare, medium well, or well?
Well,
Nice. I like mine medium well.
I did not mean to run into that, dude. Uh, help! Police! Help! 1, 2, ah, bing. 1, 2, 3. You better not. Of course you missed. Fucking shot. Fuck off. Whoopie-doo, more Matsu Cortex. This time the hunt only lasted 6 minutes because my Tourette's is now kicking in and it's now harder for me to do anything. We're gonna be here for a while.
Indeed.
Where are you? Where are you? Just looking through candy. We have a ship. Ah, shit. Mini boss. I'm eating a chocolate bar. Shut up. Mm. Don't do stress eating. Drink your problems away instead.
Yes, I live by those words. If you're stressed, go into your grandfather's booze cabinet and drink a bunch of Jack Daniels and say it was your dad.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah.
Huh.
That's what I
Isaac
call
the
them.
the clam. Just mountains of sugar, grease, and butter. And don't forget the chocolate.
Nah, he eats. Search up Big Mom's wedding cake.
Big Mom's wedding cake, you say? God damn!
Yeah. You saw it?
I never knew that a wedding cake could be bigger than Big Mama. I wasn't sure if anything could be bigger than Big Mama.
But yeah, seriously,
I think my
goddamn,
phone is
that
up.
cake's huge.
She ate that the whole thing?
No, but everyone on the island fought for it because apparently it was so. She apparently felt like she was in heaven when she tasted the cake. And mind you, she lives on an island full of sweets. She has
Ugh.
people who. She has
This.
people
Ugh,
who
ew.
could. She has people who
As a
could
white
turn.
Japanese man, that would make me vomit.
As a person on her team who could turn your grandpa's ashes into actual crack or wood into
Have you heard
chaos.
the news article of these teens that snorted their grandpa's ashes by accident? They thought it was crack. Wait, no.
I've heard of some
They
teens who
thought it was
got high.
cocaine. Sorry, crack comes in rocks. Cocaine comes in powder.
Uh,
The enchilada.
no, but I've heard of kids getting high off of trying to get high off of Smarties.
They just got a whole bunch of powdered sugar in their lungs. They had to go to hospital.
Yeah.
The country is pretty much divided.
I think they put crack in this shit. He
He's
ain't
loving it.
Vegeta. He's chimpanzee. You know?
Nathan is Big Mama's pimp.
Okay, thoughts and opinion on mom's wedding cake? Either that or just Big Mom's. Forget the waiting. Forget the wedding cake. It's
People at Victor Valley High School keep on asking me if I'm black. I'm not. I'm just Asian and white. Yep, I'm a white Japanese man. I mean, I have curly hair, but I get that
I'm
from my
not white.
whiteness.
I'm not white. I'm actually a ginger gypsy who also has 1.1 Italian in him. This generation says. Yes,
Would you
don't
rather wrestle an alligator naked or wrestle your grandpa naked?
probably the alligator. It doesn't matter where I am. I'm most likely gonna be in the rainforest, so ain't no one gonna see my 15-inch package.
Embrace naked. That's what nature intended. Naked.
What? How do I go?
Asians.
Yeah. Mostly just chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. This thing. All of this is traditional. What? You what? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I just thought that was oddly adorable. And by the way, everyone came back, so no. The moment you said that, I heard the garage door open.
Nathan is so fat, not even Kirby could suck him.
Where's the Amatsu? He's right in front of you, dumbass.
Nathan is so fat that he's costing taxpayers millions of dollars in property damage.
Screw it. I got bored now.
What does Nathan want? A cure for obesity. When does he want it? After lunch.
Holy fuck. I'm coming. No, you're not wrong. He really is built like a stick. Okay, on today's episode of commentary.
Would you rather
Okay,
fight 100 10-year-olds or 10 100-year-olds?
Push them down the stairs. Push the 100-year-olds down the stairs. You good. If I were to get 110-year-olds, I'd be watched by the IRS.
Nathan is so fat that when he rides a hot air balloon, it looks like he's wearing tights. Oh no. I mean,
come
Nathan
up
would
with the
sit on
perfect
him, and he'll
situation.
be reduced to just dust.
No, I have a situation. Dakari stole one French fry from Nathan's McDonald's, right? And they teleport in the desert, right? And then Dakari starts running at several centimeters per hour. But Nathan just stands there, unfazed. Dakari punches Nathan in his stomach, and he ends up snapping his arm in two, while Nathan just eats his arm, the severed arm, right? And then Dakari finds a random stick. It's too heavy for him to use. Nathan could pick it up. He's now winded because it took too much energy to bend over and pick up the stick. So Dakari finds a twig. A twig, right? And then he throws it at Nathan. He falls, and Dakari looks in fear. And then the earth cracks in half as soon as he lands. It explodes. The shockwave is so strong it destroys Jupiter and the sun. The sun explodes. Everything is reduced to dust. And the only one who stands is
Nathan is so fat
Nathaniel.
that he has to buy 2 airline tickets.
Okay, so and then Nathan eventually becomes a star. And then sorry, he becomes his own planet. And Nathaniel has one. How do you feel about
Nathan,
that? Do you think the Avengers need to hire me?
I don't know, probably. Nathan is so fat that the National Weather Agency has to assign names to his farts.
Nathan. Oh, Michael's winning by a long shot. Because Michael actually is strong. Nathaniel. Okay, Okay, a million years later, another star child awakens. Michael. Nathan tries to throw a punch, but he gets tired. But Michael starts running and running. He kicks him across the universe. Then Michael out of nowhere becomes black hole, and then he consumes everything. Michael wakes.
Guys, Nathan is so fat that he has to put a detour sign on around his neck when he goes out for a walk.
Okay, Nathan's so fat every time he pees in the ocean, he calls a Type 7 whirlpool.
Nathan is so fat that when he pressed the up button on the elevator, it went down. uh,
Nathan
Nathan is
is
so fat that
Nathan
he
is
has to
so
buy. Nathan is so fat that he has to buy 2 airline tickets.
okay. Nathan is so fat when he tried to go to heaven, he ended up crashing down into hell.
And then breaking through the floors of hell, going into the void.
Yep. And he just looks the
Until he broke through the floor of the void. Now, no one knows where he is.
and that's how he
Nathan is so
became a
fat.
star child.
Nathan is so fat that when he got inside of his car, he said, "Damn kids, they popped my tires."
Nathan has his own gravity.
Gravitational pull.
Yep, and that shit is strong.
Nathan is so fat that a hyperbole can exaggerate his weight.
Nathan is so fat, they forced him to get off the Dance Dance Revolution pad because they were afraid he would break it, including the arcade.
Nathan is so fat that
Sir,
when he
you
wears
too
a
fat.
yellow jacket, people yell, "Taxi!"
Nah.
Nathan is so
If
fat that when he
Nathan
got on
was
the scale, his phone number showed up.
bro was bro was so fat if he was in a horror movie, it would take 10 slashes to get through his skin, 50 to get through his meat, and 1,000,000 to get through his bones.
Nathan is so fat that when he was in Call of Duty and he got killed, the person got a 5-person kill streak.
Nathaniel. Okay.
Nathan is so fat that when he was in outer space and he had more gravitational pull, all the planets combined.
He had more gravitational pull than the fucking sun.
He has a stronger gravitational pull than the Buddhist void. That's a black hole, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Okay. Nathan is so fat, the environment around him is acts like the Giga Chad. Basically, he acts like the gra- Okay, Nathan is so fat, the area around him acts like an Instagram filter.
Nathan is so fat that his belly button makes an echo.
Oh, his belly button. If you press that, you'd get to see the inside of his body.
Nathan is so fat that when he walked into a whorehouse, all he got was a cheese sandwich.
Bro, Nathan is so fat that Taco Bell had to deny his existence because they said, "Oh no, you too fat. Go to Burger King or something."
Nathan is so fat that he's costing taxpayers millions of dollars in property damage.
All you need to know is Nathan is so fat. If we cut a piece of his arm, that would be more than enough food to solve world hunger.
Nathan is so fat that when he walked by the TV, I missed 3 episodes.
This man is so fat that This man is so fat that if he were to get punched by one, it would take 5 punches from Saitama to kill him. Hearing this sound turns Nathan into a caveman.
Nathan is so fat that he falls off both sides of the bed.
Nathan is so fat he got ran over by a parked car.
Nathan is so fat. Of the 5 fattest people I know, she's 3 of them.
Bro, Nathan is so fat they have to get an entire elephant to give this man a massage.
Nathan is so fat, the National Weather Service names each one of his farts.
Nathan is so fat his last poop was directed by Michael Bay because it had GFX explosions.
Nathan is so fat that when he goes camping, the bears hide their food.
Nathan is so fat when he went to the heart attack grill they said no, you're too fat, you're gonna finish our food.
Nathan is so fat, the only letters in the alphabet he knows is R, K, F, and C.
R, K, F, and Z. The only letters of the alphabet he knows are KFC and El Pollo Loco.
Nathan is so fat, Dora can't even explore him.
Oh no, I'm lost. Nathan is so fat that when someone tried to predict his future, they got tired because of how fat he was.
Nathan is so fat that when I pictured him in my head, he fell from the thought cloud and broke my neck.
Nathan,
Nathan?
he's so fat that not even that he needs 5 femur breakers to break his pinky.
Ew. Nathan is so fat, his breast milk is whipped heavy cream.
Nathan is so fat his hairline is shaped like the McDonald's symbol. Seriously.
Nathan is so fat that when you walk around her, you get lost.
When you walk around him, you lose 50 pounds.
Nathan is Nathan is so fat that he's Miley Cyrus's wrecking ball.
Nathan is so fat he made a Discord mod go touch grass because they were scared to talk to him.
Nathan is so fat that he beat Usain's record on 100 miles with her presence. Sorry, him.
Bro, Nathan's so fat, it would take 5 heavyweight champions to lift his arm.
Nathan is so fat that the hat, that sorting, the sorting, no, the sorting hat put her in the house of pancakes.
He said, "Nah, put your ass in the Waffle House."
Not the IHOP, the Waffle House. I think they're mainly exclusive to Florida. Jade is so.
Ugly.
Wait a minute. Jade is so ugly that. Jade is so ugly that her boyfriend has has had the perfect open hand technique. Where
Nah, nah, she's so ugly. The only person, the o- I, she's so ugly. I didn't swipe left on Tinder. I took her ass and yeeted it out of the phone.
Nathan is so fat that when he farts, the galaxy becomes consumed by the event horizon of his supermassive black hole.
No, when Nathan farts, he causes type he causes type type 5 hurricanes. Or not 5, 15. Type 15 hurricanes.
Nathan is so fat that he played Jabba the Hutt without a suit.
Damn.
Nathan is so fat that when he wears one of those X jackets, the helicopters try to land on him.
Nathan is so fat. If his mom tried to become a stripper, she would have to use the Eiffel Tower.
Nathan is so fat that when he wears one of those X jackets, helicopters try to land on him.
Yeah, I know. But dude, he's so fat that when he tried to enter a train, he took up 5 carts.
Nathan is so fat that Sarah Palin can't see Russia anymore.
You want to know the strongest thing on this earth?
Huh.
Nathan's legs, because there's no force of nature that's holding them. That much weight.
That much weight is enough to...
To crash
Not
a
even
universe.
Godzilla can kick him like a football. Godzilla breaks his toes.
He breaks his whole fucking leg.
He's like, oh, fuck.
His dumbass
King
went.
Kong is like, oh shit.
No, like, if he were to kick him, here's an accurate representation of what would happen.
King Kong is like, oh shit.
It's like, bro is so fat that if he were to that if he were if not even Jeffrey Dahmer would want him in his house. He's like, nah, you're too fat.
Nathan makes Pac-Man look like he's on a diet.
Nah, he makes the mayor from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs after the invention of the food thing look like he works out. You remember the mayor, right?
Yeah, that was some Nikocado avocado shit. That's literally what happened. What happened to the mayor is what happened to Nikocado avocado.
if Nathan, every time Nathan goes to Thanksgiving dinner, they throw the they throw the amount of calories a person will eat in their entire life on the table. Nathan ate everything, including the plate and the table.
I'm about to share with you guys a meme.
What? You're in a pool? If Nathan, oh god. Oh, I know how to swim somewhat. Oh yeah, if Nathan were to jump into 1 centimeter of water in his bathtub, the water would go to the other side of the bathroom.
Nathan gets baptized at SeaWorld.
Gets baptized in the goddamn ocean. You gotta take his ass to the orca show, and not even that will be able to hold him. You're gonna have to force him to skydive into the orca exhibit.
We were talking about Nathan.
Oh yeah, censor my face then. Please, just... God damn. Take the video down. Take the video down. Just take it down. Can you still try and censor my face?
You guys like chorizo? The cinnamon challenge.
Don't do this again.
The cinnamon challenge. Oh no.
Hey
Oh, I
everyone,
do.
how's it
They're
going?
not good. All
Welcome
I
to Joey's World
remember is
Tour.
I
If
was
you
in a
like some
draw
of the videos
with
you've seen, please subscribe.
I
Anyways,
sort of won in a fight with
I'm gonna do the cinnamon challenge. I
Achilles.
didn't want to do it, but because everybody's done it, and so
Wait, what?
I'm gonna get it out of the way.
Sort of
So
won.
today we're doing this ground cinnamon challenge, and that's it. So let's see what happens. I see a lot of people, going crazy on the
Achilles,
internet.
you
doing it.
remember
We're gonna do it
him,
today.
right?
So I got me a spoon, and we're gonna give it a shot here. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Guess that's enough, huh? I'll spill this. Make a mess. Anyways. And here we go. Call 911 just in case something happens. All right, gang. This is another cinnamon challenge by Joe from Joey's World Tour. Here we go.
What happened? What is going on? What the actual fuck is going on?
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh. I remember in Challenger, this was in 3rd grade. I remember walking in the bathroom and seeing some little kid smearing shit on the mirrors. Me and him both made eye contact, and then he starts screaming his head off like he's being murdered, and I ran out there.
Oh damn. All I remember is walking into straight up sex.
Wait, I gotta go.